Hi everybody, it's Friday evening and everyone has already left Memory Bound. I'm here all by myself. I'm Kelly and I am in the holiday open house area here at Memory Bound Papercraft Store in Ankeny, Iowa. And this is a little surprise video because I just wanted to show you that our holiday open house is still happening. We spend a lot of time getting it set up, getting it ready, and it's more than a one-day thing. So I was just going to kind of take you on a little tour tonight. Like I said, everyone has left and it's just me. So I'm going to flip her around, you know how they always say that, and give you a little look at what's going on here at Memory Bound. Maybe you're coming out for the weekend and we'd love to have you stop if that's the case. We've got inspiration, we've got kits, we've got specials, we've got project ideas and all kinds of holiday product, and it's all set up and it's here in our classroom. So I just thought, hey, it'd be kind of fun just to kind of show you around. And we kicked it off last Friday and it goes through the weekend. So there's still a lot of good stuff and I don't want you to miss out. I saw Lori threw in a message, and Lori, it was good to see you today too. And Heidi, you guys, thanks for joining us tonight. I really didn't know how many people would be here because it's not 9:30 in the morning. So don't get confused. It's about 5 o'clock on Friday evening. TGIF, right, everybody? So I'm going to take you around and show you a little bit. We still have a few of those Bubbles and Baubles from 49 and Market that are $3.79, normally $5.99. And they're from last year's collection, Christmas Spectacular, but they go with just about everything. So we have a few of those left. We have some of the Christmas Spectacular paper, and it is spectacular. There's lots of good patterns. We've got a really good selection left. We had a lot, so that gives us a lot to put on special for all of you. So that is still on special. And you know what? We have so many different sprigs, and I think Janet had her video today, and she talked about how you can take a sprig and you can kind of, this one's a little flattened out, but you can kind of bend them, and you don't even have to like put them in permanently. If you just kind of lay them around, they just look nice as they are. We have vintage pieces. So if you're local, here's a really adorable little red stool. It's kind of football shaped. It's been refinished, but the paint on it was red and it's been sanded and stained and it's got a finish sprayed on it. And that stool is $26.99. And it's a little bit taller. It looks like it might be maybe 20 inches tall. Some of the kits that we have, people love these tablet portfolio kits, and you can make them as you want because they come with your tablet and they come with your magnet and your heavy-duty cardstock so that you can make it up. Great gifts for people. This one was made by Peggy. And we also have the little skinny tablet kits too. And you're going to find these under the Memory Bound exclusive project kits because they are exclusive. Some other kits we have are this little Grinch ornament. Maybe Christmas doesn't come from a store. Maybe Christmas perhaps is a little bit more. And look at the back. So you can choose to have the poem on the front or the Grinch. And our kits, this was designed by Maggie and makes 2 for $9.99. And we think that would look good on your tree, on a gift, both. Maybe on a bottle gift, some type of a beverage gift. It's kids love the Grinch. And then we also, speaking of fun things that everybody loves, are these penguins. And this is a gift card holder kit with the little penguins on it. And you get the penguins, you get the paper, you get directions. It makes 4. And the Memory Bound gift cards fit in there very nicely, just saying. And that's $7.49 for the penguin gift card holder. Then we have lots of card kits, and Janet made up the Photo Play Holly and Ivy kit. And Janet made the cards up for us. I think they've gotten kind of tipped here, but I'll kind of show you the cards because they turn out really, really fun. Look at that Santa. It's traditional colors. This card kit comes with a sticker sheet and then paper that you cut apart, and you can add your own twine and pop them up, and it makes 8 cards. And the kit looks like this. It's $12.99. And what's really cool is you get twice the paper you need. So like with all the PhotoPlay card kits, if you purchase an extra sticker sheet and have your own card bases, you can make 16 cards. And you guys, if you're crafting more in 2024, what a great way to get 16 more cards on your list. And we have several other vendor card kits if you want to make some cards. These are fun to do, like at Thanksgiving, if you get together to make projects or do have a little crafty time. And you'll find all of these under our Christmas kits. And then I want to point this one out because this little Christmas mice, Teresa designed this. And look how cute it is. We've got it on an easel, but of course it doesn't have to be on an easel. And the candy cane makes the tail. And if you want to make these, we've got the kit. It's $3.99 and it makes 6. And of course, all you have to do is add your own candy cane. So you could pick out any flavor of candy cane you like. So let's go down the line. Maggie was here a couple days ago and she did our morning video and she showed you all the amazing coasters that she's designed. And here are three of our little coaster kits. We've got a 4x4 and we have a 4x6 here. And then I don't think we've shown this, but this is made out of a paper bag. It's a little tote, little purse. It's got a magnet. Well, this one has a magnet. You could put a piece of Velcro on here if you wanted to, but wouldn't this be a fun little bag to fill with a gift or a treat for a neighbor, a teacher, a coach, family members? Maybe set on your table at Thanksgiving. You can make it any theme you like. And it comes with a paper bag. This seems a little silly, but it's 99 cents to get all the directions, the measurements, and you get a bag to make your first tote, little purse tote. So those are available. That has been a really big seller for us for a number of years. And then for those of you who like to bake Spirits Bright, we have a lot of recipe-themed collections. And we've got our own recipe cards that we have designed. They're exclusive to Memory Bound. We've got the black and white, and then we have a set of recipe cards that Janet designed for us, and they've got some colored images on them, and you just cut them apart, and you've got 6 recipe cards. We've made up a little recipe album here, and we'll get this on our list for demos so you can see how to make it. We've made this type of book before, but I don't know that we've made one with recipes, so we'll be doing that and showing that in a video. Here's another coaster kit with Maggie that she just was here a couple days ago and showed us how to watercolor a snowman, which was a very much aha. And then she's also got a Frosty's Cafe here. And look at how just setting these picks, you guys, we are not floral arrangers here. But it seems like if you take a pick like this one, and this one's nice because it's got berries, it's $4.99, and all we've done is just kind of pile them up in the corner, kind of like Janet showed today on her video, and then we've just set some things out with them. Now this is not Christmas, but this is a kit that Janet designed earlier this year, and this is a family baking crate. And you get all of the product you need you get her custom recipe cards, you get a place for photos, and you get all of these inserts that you can make, including Janet's directions. And this is a good way. Our thought was that you would be able to store your family recipes. And this time of year, this makes a wonderful gift. I know our daughter has often asked for recipes. And you can write them out. You could color copy them. If you're local, bring your recipes in. We'll color copy them for you, and they'll look just like Grandma's handwriting. And it does come with this black crate. So you get all of that, everything you need, including the black crate, which is, I will say it's one of my favorites, those crates. And it is on special. It's normally $59.99, and I think it might be like around $30 some. I should have looked that up before we came, but it's called the Recipe Memory Box, and you can find that online. And then we've got the crates here that we'll include with your kit. And it's very easy to add to that. So I'm kind of proud of that we're doing that. It's pretty neat. I mentioned that we have vintage items. This little rocking chair, it's a little child's rocking chair, and it's been refinished. It's been sprayed with some lacquer and stained, and it's $29.99. Now we can't ship that. So I'm really sorry about that. We can ship this cute little vintage jar with the ribbon on it, And this has got a glass lid on it, and it's a mason jar, and it is $12.99, and it does come with a ribbon. And here's another pick, like Janet was talking about today. And this one is $6.99. It's got the pine cones. They're very real looking. The picks that we get are from Sullivan's Gifts, so they are a little bit better quality. And then back in stock, Peggy had designed some of these wood pieces with some different papers and such, and Diane was able to reorder those. So we have the Santa hat, we have the stocking, we have the little tree, just like these, and then the small and the large Santa hat. So those are back in stock if you missed out on them. Here's another jar, that's another vintage jar, and look how we just put a little sprig of greenery on it, and it would look very nice in a vignette. These cans, they're metal, and they go with anything, and the nice thing about them is they're going to last all winter long. They're not necessarily a Christmas theme, so it all depends on what you put inside of them is what makes your theme. If your color scheme is blue, then you can put blue things in them. If it's more like your traditional red and green, you can put red and green and then change them out for winter. And then we do have 3 of the Crafty Advent calendars still available from Spellbinders. So we have 3 of those left. They've got 24 little crafty surprises that are not Christmas related, but you might get a stencil, embellishments, a die, a stamp, all kinds of little surprises. And there's 3 of those left. And then everyone, we're terribly excited about the Reminiscence, the book 8. That arrived late last week. And we ordered a lot because we did not want to run out. This is the latest paper from Elizabeth Crafts. It's $34.99, and you get 64 sheets. 32 of them are more like a text weight, and 32 are more like cardstock weight. So you get the same patterns in both weights, and they are two-sided. Look at the music paper. So we've got one open, so if you want to come in and take a look at it. We have 6 of our special home decor log slices, our extra. They're 11 to 12 inches in diameter. They're $10.99, normally $18.99. And I was talking with TJ the other day, and she told me that we had them too cheap. So if you want something like that, maybe for the center of your Thanksgiving table or to do a vignette on, like Janet showed us today, she had used a similar log slice. And they really work year round, no matter what your theme is. It's just kind of a nice little handy piece to have in your home decor. Another thing I really like are these vintage red hardback books. And they look nice if you tie them together with some ribbon, if you just stack them like this, maybe use them for a vignette. They're all in pretty good shape. They're not online. You'll have to call us if you'd like them. But you could even take and have yourself a little log slice, and then you could put maybe a candle and a couple books. And then if I had another hand, I would grab some greenery, put some greenery with it. Now look at that. Now I'm sure that could be fixed up a little bit. Maybe put a little bit smaller candle, and it just put a little photo there, whatever you like. You can do a lot with that. And then back by popular demand, we've got Doug's Trees. So make sure you check those out. We got to get some samples made. We don't have a single sample this year with Doug's Tree, but we'll get some made up. They come in 6 sizes, and they also are online. I think if you type in Doug, his trees will pop right up. And speaking of trees, we have these little metal-faced trees that have been really popular. I think we have 2 left. We have these wood trees here, and you're going to find all of this under Christmas decor. And you know what? We also have candles that smell like trees. So this year, new to Memory Bound, we've got the Inglenook candles. And I had purchased one of their candles when I was traveling, and I loved it so much that we decided that we would try them out for the Christmas season here at Memory Bound. And we have lots of flavors. And they have been really popular. I know Peggy took home peppermint bark. She loved that. Oh, Christmas tree is a favorite. That's what we're actually melting here in the store. Pine cones is also smells a lot like pine and a Christmas tree. And then we've got eucalyptus, evergreen, and beneath the mistletoe. So we've got lots of flavors, and we have the melts, which are $5.99. And I don't usually put all the melts in at once, so they do last a while. And then we have the 9-ounce candle, which is $18.29. And then we also have the 16-ounce, which is $27.99. So maybe that kind of, maybe this kind of gives you an idea of the difference in size. And they smell really good. We've been, I won't say burning, but we've been melting one. And you guys look at this, what they're sitting in. This is an old wood doll bed, so it's vintage, and it has been refinished. It's got little daisy pattern up at the top, and this is $59.99. We can't ship it, so I'm sorry if you are a long distance customer. We can't ship it, but it would be so cute to put greenery in, maybe do a display, maybe use it for a charcuterie board. You could put all kinds of little treats in there or snacks. I think it has a lot of good purposes. So that would be, if you're interested in that, come on in and check it out. We also have this vintage tray, and this we probably could ship. This is $22.99, and it's about 20 inches by maybe 15 or 20, maybe 22 inches by 15. It's a red tray, and it would also make a really nice vignette, which I think you could do with that doll bed also. So we've got that. Another vintage item is this little stove, and it's $24.99. I guess it's not really a stove. I've been calling it. It's a little bit of everything because it's got kind of a sink here, but I love it because it's got the great colors. And I like to use stuff like that in my decor for the holidays, which is kind of what Janet mentioned today also. So we have that, and we have this little folding bench here. And this little bench folds up, and it looks like it's $29.99, little cream bench. You could put that and add a poinsettia or do a vignette on top of it. We've got lots and lots of Elizabeth Crafts. We're a huge Elizabeth Craft store. We love that company. So if you need anything holiday for that, we're good to go. And then fabric. Diane had a mega video yesterday, and she showed a lot of her samples that she's made with the Tim Holtz fabric. And we started carrying fabric last year with the Tim Holtz fabric, and we've been going bonkers ever since. So if you want to try something, you can use it on paper crafts. She put these little trees on this drawstring bag, and we do have the bags also. She's added little bells. Diane kind of went crazy with the fabric, and I'm really happy that she did. Teresa also made her little holiday cats and her candy canes, and we have patterns for that. And our fabric you can get by the yard, the half yard, or you can get what we call the crafty cuts. And the crafty cuts are approximately 12 by 22. Because sometimes that's all us paper crafters need, is just a little piece of fabric to make what we're making. And then this little rocking chair is also one of our vintage items. And I just think it's adorable. It's $17.99. You could put a candle on there and some greenery. Put it up on a shelf, maybe on your kitchen countertop. And that we could ship if you wanted to give us a call. It's pretty small. Then, should we talk about the Grinch? So we've got the Grinch stamp. We've had this several years, and it's back this year because there's so many different fun projects you could make with it. And even if you want to stamp your envelopes, and we also have the Grinch. So if you're looking for Grinch, check out Memory Bound. We've got paper. We have flashcards, and Katie helped us with all the names on our flashcards. We've got other little images that you can get. Here's another paper that's got just all kinds of Grinch images. We've got this paper is a quote. We've got these little Grinch figures this year, which is something we hadn't had before. I think it was Maggie that described them as Gumby. And they are $2.29. And then we have a few of these little cups left. And these are $2.99 for these little plastic cups. If you can see, here's somebody stamped right on one of these little bags with the Grinch stamp. We've made a Grinch journal here where we've taken some of our images and then stamped on the inside with the stamp set. And we have these red journals. We're actually using one in Merry Makers, and they're $3.99. And then all we did was add some pictures to it. And here's another, this is a ladder. And this ladder is about, not quite 4 feet tall. And it's really cute because it's got red paint on it. And I know a lot of you like vintage ladders, and this ladder has been sanded and sprayed, and it's $42.99. And of course, I apologize because we can't ship that, but it does show you all the different ribbons that we have. And I really appreciate you guys joining us tonight. I'm Kelly, and I'm at Memory Bound in Iowa. We're in Ankeny, Iowa. And I just wanted to show you a little bit about what's going on with our holiday event, because our open house, nothing is a one-day event here at Memory Bound. We always go big or go home, you might say. So I just wanted to show you, everyone has left for the night except for me, and I wanted to show you some of the things that we still had for our holiday open house. And one thing, if you're local, check out this table, this lamp table. It's so fun. I have a table at my house that's red, painted red, and I get it out at Christmas, and I just really love having that piece. And we also have it out at Valentine's Day and the 4th of July. So this table, and it has been, it's $29.99. The top has been painted and sanded and stained and sprayed. So it's got a finish on it. And I think it's really pretty. It turned out really nice. And you guys won't believe it, but it's my mom that has done all the refinishing on our vintage pieces. So she not only shops for my clothes, but oh my gosh, she's great at refinishing some of our vintage items. Now you can't go wrong with Winnie the Pooh. And we have Winnie the Pooh Christmas, and we've got a lot of it here, lots of different things to choose from. And I think we have everything in the collection for Winnie the Pooh Christmas, including lots of inspirational samples here. We've got cards that Katie did. We've got cards here that Penny did. We've got a etc. tag that Maggie did, a little mixed media piece. We have a small flip book that Peggy did. And we have this little journal that I got to make. You can tell I really like these. So this is the same as the Grinch journal, but on this one instead I used some of our Winnie the Pooh paper and our Winnie the Pooh stickers. And I just kind of stuck them throughout this little journal. And I think this would make a nice gift for somebody. And then the other thing that's pretty exciting this year for me are the little golden books. Katie had made a couple little golden book album kits, and we are doing a little golden book in Merry Makers we're using the night before Christmas. And maybe some of you that are doing Merry Makers, maybe you'll love it so much you'll want to try Frosty the Snowman. Maybe you've got a little gal that's doing a dance recital. Maybe you just like these because they're vintage and you want to buy them for your kids or your grandkids and write a little note in the cover about this is from, I would say Grandma Kelly. I remember reading this book when I was a child, because there are some really good ones here that are classics like Richard Scarry. And this is quite old here, The Animals Merry Christmas. Katie says she remembers this book, The Wonderful School. And somebody bought this one today because they had been to New York City. But maybe you're giving somebody a New York City trip for Christmas, maybe that would be a great little token gift to give them. Maybe you want to appreciate your nurses or your doctor's offices, and that's a good one for that. And then Taylor Swift is probably going to, of course, Taylor's probably going to sell out. We just have a couple of those left. And we've got Dolly Parton. And you guys, I was just at Walmart yesterday, and Dolly Parton has cake mixes, and she has Christmas dishes and all kinds of crazy things that I didn't know she had. Now, Frosty the Snowman, we have the big golden book for that. And I know that's a story that our grandkids really love. So you could get the big size or you could get the little golden book too. We've got the Mommy and Daddy book. And we've got Simone Biles down here. So if you Maybe you were a big fan of Simone's this year. So like I said, I'm pretty excited about having these little golden books. I think it reminds me of my childhood, and that's why I love it so much. Now there's a couple other things to show you up here in the store before we go. Oh, I can't really walk by this sled without showing you this. This is a vintage sled. I think we had one similar to this when I was growing up. And this sled is, the red is original, and you can still see it still looks very nice. It's been sanded and sprayed, sealed with a lacquer spray. And that, of course, I'm sorry we can't ship it, but if you're local and you want to pick it up, it's $59.99 for that. And then we've got the whole collection from Evergreen Season by Katie Petit for $49 at Market. We're starting to sell down on it, so if it's something you saw and you loved it, you know, just don't wait too long for it. And then we'll turn slowly. We're going up to the front of the store, and we've got some lights off over here. The Vicki Boutin collection, wrapped in ribbons, is here. So that is great for projects. And Katie has a project that she brought in, and I hope that she's going to show that on a video, because look at, is that amazing? So we'll have to ask her about that. And then we do have two other vintage pieces here that are ladders. We have a really tall old ladder, a large vintage ladder. It's probably maybe 6 feet tall, which would look really neat in an entryway. And then we have what they call an apple picking ladder. So this ladder opens up, and then this becomes a ledge, I suppose, where they could put their buckets or their baskets to put their apples in. And then up at the top it has kind of a guard here also where you could put things on. And this opens up to a flat surface, which would be really neat also in the entryway to maybe set poinsettias or plants or other decoration items that you have. Well, I appreciate you joining us tonight, Friday night, TGIF everybody. We're so happy that you joined us. I really appreciate all your support that you've had for Memory Bound for the holidays and throughout the year. We really appreciate it a lot. That's what keeps us going, and that's why we're here, is because of all your support. I probably missed a few things, but if you have questions, you can call us. We'll be open tomorrow at 10 o'clock, and we'd love to help you. Chris, Peggy, and Bobby, and Diane will be here tomorrow. So if you want to check in with them, like I said, they'd love to help you. Otherwise, I hope you have a wonderful, crafty weekend, and we'll be back on Monday, and we'll be here on Monday with Teresa. So we'll see you then. Thanks again, everyone.